The one goal in any motorsport is the collective fitness rolling on, momentum rolling on in confidence. At this level, it's not just that there's only one rider who's the best rider. It's the guys that can bring everything together for the perfect season or the perfect race. But if the guys picking up injuries here and there, that knocks confidence, it gets time off the bike, and it's always constantly about the rolling momentum.
Exhilarating, explosive, adventurous, and addictive. Hard Enduro gets in your blood and takes you on a wild ride. In 2023, that ride consists of 6 amazing international races. From the imposing peaks of Rocky Mountains and dense forest labyrinths, to complete chaos in a mind-bending mine, and the untamed wilds of remote Badlands. Each location presents a unique, unforgiving battleground for the world's top pro riders, up-and-coming junior talent, and a legion of passionate privateers. But in the end, one rider rules them all.
All right, boys, what's happening?
Morning.
All for TV.
Clap. Clap, clap. Let's go.
Welcome to our thrilling journey through the 2023 FIM Hard Enduro World Championship season.
The king is here. The king is here. Hey, nice to see you, man.
What's so special about Hard Enduro for you?
Pretty good in it. Last year was definitely pretty special. Won the first race, 3 races, then had a little bit over low, but not too low. Then we came out with a championship win. It was something really unique, and I hope we can do some similar things this year.
Last year obviously didn't go as good as I would have liked. Came in the defending champion from 2021 and had high hopes to try and fight for another title, but I injured myself just at the end of the Super Enduro season. Took the decision to pull out of the championship at about the halfway point last year to get surgery on my wrist.
For 2023, it's so good to have Billy Bolt back. He's had a really strong off-season, so he's going to come in with a good confidence, but hopefully he's got the Hard Enduro techniques dialed, because he's had quite a long break now.
It's thin and you put it in between the rim and the tyre. I feel good coming into this season. It's been a little bit rushed just because we've gone onto a new bike now, and I was still riding the old bike right up until the end of the Super Enduro season. So the last few weeks have been pretty rushed and really busy. A lot of hard work from the team and a lot of riding and testing for myself.
Mario Roman, he is hungry as ever to get a world championship. He's been so close. He's the one who's been doing the most hard enduro events in pre-season, so he's prepared as ever for 2023.
Yeah, I already done 7 races. I've been doing everything possible to improve my level from last year. I believe I can win a championship, but at the same time, there is many good riders and anything can happen.
Anything can happen, especially when a new contender is added to the mix. This year, Canadian Tristan Hart plans to join the full series for the first time. In 2022, he emerged as a rising star, securing victory at Red Bull TKO and a solid 2nd place at Red Bull Outliers. And after dominating the North American series, he's a podium threat from the very start.
If you want to be the best at Hard Enduro, you got to be racing the World Championship, so I want to be the best. I think everyone that's here is probably thinking the same thing, especially right now because everyone's at 0 right now and no one really knows where everyone's at. We're all just gonna give our best and see where we end up after the first race.
Tristan just drowning his bike in the water.
Drowning your bike at the opening race of the championship is a rough way to start. It's Hart's first time riding in Serbia, but he's resilient and bounces back over multiple days, finishing just shy of the podium.
Tristan Hart's doing a great job, in my opinion, at a new race in Serbia for him. He wasn't so happy with the bike. He obviously had to jump onto the European bike of his, so it wasn't exactly what he has in the US. But he's definitely hungry for this one. It's the biggest one of the year. He's going to come out strong, I think, and he had a strong performance last year, 3rd place, so he knows what it takes to get on the podium.
Securing the next podium in the series is notoriously challenging. In round 2, Hart starts off well against a sea of determined riders, only later yielding to the relentless pace of Billy Bolt and Manny Lettenbichler. Austria doesn't go as planned.
Herzberg went not so well. I expected more from myself. I think a lot of people did too. I should have let Manny go by me and just let him do some of the extra work that made no sense for me to do since he knows that place so well. So just little mistakes that need to be polished up.
Mistakes are inevitable on the strenuous slopes of the Iron Giant, but Hart fares better than most. Claiming 3rd out of only 17 riders who finish, now he sits 12 points behind the series leader. If he hopes to hunt down Lettenbichler in the championship standings, he's going to need to take it up a notch at the next race.
So Romaniacs went pretty well. I've been close to getting a podium, but at the same time, not really. So to get a podium there, my 3rd time was good. That race is just so crazy.
Battling through over 20 hours of exhausting riding, Tristan Hart delivers yet another astonishing podium performance. It's a fantastic feat, but he's only 2 championship points ahead of Billy Bolt, setting the stage for a pivotal moment as the series heads to Hart's home country.
How was Canada for you?
Kind of crazy. Definitely not how I imagined it happening. I made a big mistake off the start, followed everyone up the hill and just threw my bike twice and damaged the throttle. From there on, I got a banner stuck in my wheel, some more crashes. Chaotic day, so to still get 3rd was really good. But I mean, in my home race, it would have been nice to put a better performance on.
Hart's home race finish is bittersweet. And then, without a podium in Spain, he sits 3rd in the championship by the end of the season.
A little disappointed. Don't go home and be like, yeah, I just got 3rd, super happy. That's just not how I work. I would like to win, so I'm gonna have to make some changes for next year if I want to win. And honestly, if I don't think I can win, I don't think I'd come back. It's a lot of travel, it's a lot of work. The travel back and forth is pretty difficult on my body and my mental. So we'll see if I can make some changes this winter and come back to win.
All right, son. I thought I'd come third just so these t-shirts didn't go to waste and stuff.
Big push play there.
One of Hart's main series rivals, Billy Bolt, set his sights on coming back to win this year. Sidelined for much of the previous season due to injury, the experienced pro is eager to reclaim the Hard Enduro Championship crown he secured in 2021, if he can weather another stormy season.
It's been a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest. On paper, it doesn't look too bad, but quite a few of them races to make it to the podium or what actually went on was pretty chaos.
The chaos begins with a roller coaster ride. Bolt starts strong, and it looks like he might have round 1 in the bag. But an arm injury and mechanical issues with his bike send his race spiraling, ultimately landing him in 8th place in the championship as the season kicks off.
The start of a new season as well, I was not nervous, but I wasn't quite so sure where I was going to be. You know, it had been a while since I was at a hard enduro race. The race itself was quite a roller coaster, but the good parts were definitely really good and there was a lot of positives to take.
Billy, for me, he's looking really strong. Something that I've noticed in his riding that he's just still maybe missing. Sometimes doesn't know how to pace himself. Sometimes he can pace himself perfectly, and then other times he doesn't seem to just get it right. Maybe he overdoes it here and there.
Esbjerg was pretty good for me. Obviously I didn't win. I come pretty close to winning. I led, I think, for like an hour 40 of the race, but I feel like I've had 5 years in a row where I left there feeling pretty disappointed. So to make it to the podium at Esbjerg was pretty special. I know it was so close to being a whole lot more.
Bolt's silver medal performance is enough to help him make up for the blow he took in the first race. Now he's a single point behind Hart. But there's more adversity to come.
I saw that you got injured after that one?
Yeah, so I injured my shoulder the following weekend. A little bit frustrating because I felt like I was really picking up some good momentum. I've trained on the bike 3 times since Esbjerg, which coming into this race really isn't ideal. Physically, it's the hardest and most demanding race of the year, so to come in with pretty much no prep time on the bike was pretty tough.
Taking on Romaniacs with minimal prep time is impressive. Excelling in it is truly astonishing. On the 4th day of riding, Bolt launches the final push for his very first Romaniacs podium.
You know, even going into the last day, I knew physically that it was going to be a miracle if I stayed in this podium position. You know, I had nothing left. But even to be in a podium position going into the last day was the best Romaniacs that I'd ever done. I was coming from 7 weeks on the couch, not riding at all. So that was positive. Canada was pretty happy with my riding. Closed into Manny quite a lot. At one point thought, yeah, maybe we could really cause an upset, but then he managed to get the one hill we were both battling on a bit ahead of me. Second behind Manny, pretty close. Was good, but I'm more happy just with the progress I've made kind of physically.
Outperforming Hart, he redeems himself with a 2nd place finish. Now, he's also 2nd in the championship.
It's been a strange year because I haven't actually missed any races, but the period of time I missed before Romania, I think was like a really key time for just putting a lot of hours in on the bike and really getting dialed in with your setup. So I feel like I'm still kind of chasing the level of comfort that I want. Still making changes and definitely made some positive ones in Hispania.
At the penultimate race of the season, a make-it-or-break-it scenario unfolds. Bolt faces 2 main challenges: battling Spain's own Mario Roman for 2nd place and fending off Tristan Hart. He ends up securing a 3rd place finish and manages to widen the gap over Hart.
Billy's been riding really well. I think he's going to be really keen for a strong off-season. He's going to be doing Super Enduro. He rides on another level in that game. But coming back into 2024, I think he's going to be desperate to put right what happened in 23.
Yeah, true. What about Mario, who's also going so hard here?
Mario Roman, he's definitely coming into 24 hot. He wants it bad. He told us in Hispania how much he needs it, and he just wants it. He feels like he's getting more and more confident again.
Mario Roman's confidence gets a well-deserved boost following his 2nd place finish at his home race. It's a welcomed outcome that he worked hard for throughout his turbulent season.
Yeah, it was a difficult season. Serbia was like a good start, like raining and super tough conditions. I really enjoyed that race. It was one of the best. The year before over there, I broke my toe and I had a really hard time. It was not easy, like the mindset to get back to the race and have confidence on yourself. This year I was able to change the result and finish 2nd.
A strong start to the championship provides the solid foundation and mental boost needed to take on the Red Bull Rodeo. With the added advantage of having secured a podium here the previous year, the odds appear to be in Mario Roman's favor. But a brutal crash derails his race, leaving him with 0 points and a dramatic drop from 2nd to 8th in the championship standings.
Luckily, nothing was broken, but I lost like a month of training and also a lot of confidence. You realize how quick everything can change in 1 second, and you realize how dangerous is this sport. But at the same time, you really want to get back to the bike and be competitive again. And I was able to arrive in Romania. It was not the best race, but at the same time, I had some good performance.
Despite the recent injury, Mario Roman displays remarkable resilience and skill, finishing Romaniacs in 7th place, a true testament to his determination.
In Canada, the level of this race was amazing. Like any mistake, you go from the top of the hill, sliding with your ass. I had a couple of times that, and I feel I lost the 2nd place doing that. But it was a really good performance.
He's on this last hill climb. Can Mario take you back from Tristan?
Roman gives it everything he's got, but the risk doesn't pay off. However, he's done some damage control on his season. Despite finishing the race just shy of a podium spot, he's back in the championship's top 5.
What has to change that you could make it next year, for example?
Yeah, sometimes it's about luck also. No, have issues on the bike and for sure improve maybe in the fast sections. I feel that these guys are pushing super hard in the fast section.
Going through on Mario!
They are putting the 100% every time out there.
This year, Bulgarian Teo Kachev is definitely giving 100%. Still a relative newcomer to the series, he's swiftly carving a niche for himself among the big-name riders.
Teo loves the rallies. He loves that sort of free balling through the wilderness. You always pick up from wilderness. He's definitely got the rally style boxed off. He's right up there. With the more trials sort of orientated events, he definitely needs to just gain more experience in that, learn from the others, train in different techniques. If he figures these kind of races out, then he's definitely a force to be reckoned with for podium pie in the championship.
Kachev demonstrates his force by outriding much of the top talent, securing an impressive podium in Serbia. He then follows it up with an equally stellar result 2 races later, showcasing his staying power at Romaniacs.
I feel satisfied with what I did. For sure I could have done things better, and I see that I can improve more. I cannot say that I'm satisfied with what I have accomplished in terms of results, but in terms of riding, I'm happy with my progress.
Maintaining consistency, Kachev holds on to 4th place in the championship for the majority of the season. And that's where he stands heading into the final race.
And following the track.
If this is a sketchy trooper, we'll be okay.
At the final race in Germany, history is destined to be made. And this is why we've saved the best story for last. The season is dominated by one rider, defending FIM Hard Enduro World Champion, Manny Lettenbichler. And this is how he does it. It kicks off with the big first win of the season, his 2nd Red Bull Rodeo title. followed by a triumphant fourth victory at Romaniacs. Builds on the unprecedented momentum with wins at Red Bull Outliers and Hispania Hard Enduro. Win after win after win, his emotional conquest sets the stage for the championship's first perfect season.
Yeah, baby!
Last time this year. What a journey.
I hope I'm not gonna see you guys again this year.
Yeah, what a season. Like winning 5 out of 5, trying to go for 6 out of 6. I can't complain, huh? Like I enjoyed racing, I enjoyed traveling around the world. Like we had so many good races again in the calendar. One of the highlights of myself was definitely Romaniacs. Last year I had one day where I got disqualified and finished 6th, and I was like, I don't mind about the championship, I don't mind about the rest, I just want to win Romaniacs. I definitely showed that I'm pretty good in this race.
Manny has definitely shown a bit of dominance. His cool, calm collectiveness and his experience has been like really priceless for him this year. An absolutely fantastic job in Romania to control it from start to finish through the craziest, wildest weather that I've ever experienced in my life.
In all my years racing this race, I've never seen anything like it, guys. Ever.
On the other side of the storm, Lettenbichler's Romaniacs win marks a significant moment, propelling both momentum for his championship run and the mounting pressure that comes with this kind of success.
Entspanntes Wochenende. Ja, ist doch ganz. Ja, ist doch klar, ist doch klar.
It's also more of a tough season because we kept the momentum going and the momentum going. So in Spain, people were like, ah, you can chill, no worries. But it's not like this. It's a tough sport and a hard sport, and so many things can happen. I feel like the boys is definitely racing on such a high. So many guys now who can potentially win the race. I'm just glad and happy to be in this position, but if everyone thinks that you're gonna win anyways the next race, it's never easy to handle this pressure.
Even after clinching the championship title with his 5th win in Spain, the pressure lingers at Lettenbichler's home race in Germany. Where he aims to seal a perfect season at the grand finale. In the Getson Rodeo final, a mere 20 riders engage in the battle. Billy Bolt puts everything on the line in an attempt to stop Lettenbichler's perfect season in its tracks. But Lettenbichler won't let up.
If Manny can get all 6 rounds, it'll be history made for sure. People will be hunting that down forever in history of hard enduro. I think he's got the best chance he can have. He's riding as well as he has ever ridden. Super clean, calculated, just riding amazing.
The furious battle comes to a conclusion with Manny Lettenbichler making history, achieving the sport's first perfect season. Billy Bolt battles admirably, but settles for second in the race and the championship.
What a ride.
Despite a challenging season, Mario Ramon closes out the year with a third-place finish at Getson. However, it's not enough to bump Tristan Hart off the championship podium.
Just one outlook for the next season. What are your goals for the next season?
Just repeat. The goal is just repeat the same things and have another solid year, and I feel like there's for sure many more battles to come in the future. We're gonna hopefully have some cool spots again. We have some new races which I'm really looking forward for. It should be another good year of racing hard enduro.
I can tell you there are a lot of things, but like publicly, Mario is there sitting and the other riders will hear now my big secret, so...
For sure the goal is win the championship, and I believe I have the level. But you need many things. The team has to be good, the bike, yourself, have good luck in the races, everything together. Hopefully I can have a 24 perfect season as well.
Next season, first race is going to be in the UK.
It'll be special. It'll be there'll be a lot of crowd there. The UK guys support the championship pretty well as it is, both in juniors and in prestige class. So for us to finally have a home crowd behind us is a special way to start the season next year.
Whatever the next season brings, rest assured it will be filled with more stunning settings, epic battles, unimaginable upsets, and emotional victories. Join us as we get back in the saddle for the one and only FIM Hard Enduro World Championship.
Hey, can you send that?
No.